Felicitous greetings, fellow fanatics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adam the Fanatic, and today we're taking a look at License to Krill, a family drafting game by MaKa Games. And before you ask, yes, the plushie is a part of the game. It acts as both storage and a component when playing the game. Please do bear in mind that this is a preview based off of a prototype copy. As such, nothing is finalized, anything seen herein is subject to change. Without any further ado, let's dive in! In License to Krill, 2 to 5 players will be competing with one another to have the most Krill cred by the end of the game. To set up, begin by preparing the ocean market. You'll use different cards and different sides of some cards depending on the number of players. To see which cards you'll need, check the dots on the bottom of the cards. If you're playing with an equal or greater number of players, then you'll use that card when playing. If there are no dots, then the card will specify if it's used with exactly 2 or 3 players. So if setting up for 4 or 5 players, we'll use the Draw Whale card, move clockwise, move counterclockwise, move clockwise twice, and move counterclockwise twice. Next, shuffle up the Krill deck and deal out 1 card face up on top of each Ocean Market card like so. Now you'll need to form the Whale deck. Firstly, you'll always have 5 final Krill cards at the bottom of the deck. Shuffle these separately from the rest of the cards, then place them at the bottom of the deck. Then, take a number of Krilling time and a number of other whale cards at random according to the number of players. For example, in a 4-player game, you'd shuffle together 7 Krilling time and 13 other whale cards to form the whale deck. Place these on top of the final Krill cards. After that, take the kelp cards and give 1 to each player. Finally, choose a player to go first and place the whale in front of them. And with that, you're ready to begin. Turn structure in License to Krill is quite simple. First, you choose a card in the market and place it in front of you. If it has a shark icon in the top left corner, then you'll perform the action on the card when you acquire it from the market. And only if you're taking it from the market, unless otherwise specified. For example, if you take Shellfish, you'll immediately swap it with a card that another player has. There's a few other things to note about the top of Krill cards. In the center is the standard number of victory points, or Krill cred, that they're worth, though some cards can change this. For example, Mono Krill is worth 3 VP, but if you have more than one, you don't get points for any of them. And on that note, in the top left corner of the card are water drops that show how many copies of the card exist in the deck. After you're done resolving the Krill card you took, you'll then resolve the Ocean Market card that was beneath it. In this case, it says to move the whale clockwise, so it'll move 1 spot to the next player. After you resolve the Ocean Market card, you'll then draw a whale card and do what it says. Bear in mind that you'll do this even if you played a whale card earlier in your turn, such as because of the Ocean Market card that makes you do such. Whale cards may move the whale to another spot, discard cards from the market, or do nothing at all. But the most common card you'll see in the deck is Krilling Time, which forces the player the whale is targeting to discard a card and feed it to the whale. This can be any card in front of them. If it's a Krill card, they'll get a kelp card as compensation, but if it's kelp, nothing further happens. When placing a card into the whale, you may place it over, under, or in between other cards. Just make sure you place it face down. Whale cards are not placed inside the whale and should have their own separate discard pile after being played. At the end of your turn, refill the Ocean Market, then play passes clockwise. Play will continue like this until the last Krilling Time card is played, at which point the game ends as soon as the whale target is finished discarding 1 final card. After that, you'll total up each player's victory points, not only checking the VP at the top of the card, but also scoring any abilities they may have. Whoever has the highest total wins. If there's a tie, the first tiebreaker is to check if any of the tied players have the cutest Krill, which wins them the game. Otherwise, you'll check to see which player has the greatest total number of water drops, and they are declared the winner. As this is a prototype copy, I'll not be giving License to Krill a full review score at this time. However, I would briefly like to mention that I am a little concerned that the cards may be more easily scratched or bent when stored in this manner. Can I say for certain that this is a problem? No, certainly not, but it's just something that I'm a little paranoid about. Regardless, License to Krill is a quick, lightweight, fast-paced game that's great for family game nights. I probably wouldn't recommend it for hobbyist gatherings, but it is great for both playing with children or with those who simply have little experience with drafting games. If you're adverse to corny puns, then you'll probably want to avoid this one, but as for myself, they usually get a goofy grin for me. As this is a prototype copy, I'll not be giving License to Krill a formal review score at this time. What I can say is that it's a simple, silly game that makes for a good introduction to drafting games, especially for younger gamers. License to Krill is aiming to hit Kickstarter in June. If If you're interested in backing or learning more, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of Licensed to Krill? What games with unusual boxes do you enjoy? If you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, leave them in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. And if you really enjoy my work, please consider funding my channel on Patreon. Until next time, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I've worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.